First, before I get started, let me shout out Antonio for sending me this story that is coming out of Kentucky, where you have this woman by the name of Cherish Rednor, and trust me, there's nothing cherishing about this woman or the act that she committed. Now, she's an elementary school teacher in Kentucky, and no, she did not do what you think she did. She did not sleep with one of the students. I know it's shocking, but she did something else. This woman actually got caught snorting cocaine in the classroom. You heard that correctly. This woman was on that booger sugar in the classroom. But here's the thing. This is not the first time she's been caught doing that. It's been a ongoing thing. But here's where her privilege kicks in, where it's pretty obvious. The fact that she was able to continue teaching after getting caught the first time. And this is with cocaine. We're not talking about weed, although if it was weed and it belonged to a black teacher, we already know what would happen with them. They would have treated it as if it was cocaine. She's using that good old booger sugar, as I like to call it, or as the people back in the day call it. I always liked that term. It was always funny to me. Let me go ahead and read this article and see what kind of slap on the wrist she's going to get this time. Because if they gave her one, they're going to give her another. It says the Kentucky elementary school teacher arrested earlier this year. Oh, damn, she got arrested this year. I thought this probably could have happened maybe last year or maybe years before, but it was earlier this year. For allegedly storing drugs in class, landed back in a slammer again. Cherish Rednor, age 42, was taken into custody Sunday in Clark County after she skipped out on a court appearance for wanton child endangerment. The former Menifee elementary school teacher, who was accused of doing drugs in front of students, was scheduled to be in court Thursday for a pre-trial hearing. Officials issued a warrant for her arrest when she failed to appear. Rednor was initially arrested in February after two students reported witnessing her crush a pill with a credit card in a classroom. The young children then allegedly saw her make a line with the substance which she snorted before slumping over her desk. Damn. The students also said she was slumped over her desk and it appeared it was hard for her to stay awake. Officers investigating the case found a white residue on Rednor's desk and a tampon applicator in her bra that resembled a very small cut straw. Rednor was booked at Clark County Detention Center but wasn't listed in custody Tuesday on an online court record. So she snorted cocaine back in February. They got her charged back in January. Got her in February. And she skipped out on her court date. And now she got arrested again because she didn't appear in court. They need to throw her ass in jail. Like I said, the funniest part of the video, and you probably laughed at it too, when it said she was slumped over the desk. That was funny. I admit that that made me chuckle a little bit. That was kind of funny. But as a student, as a child, that would traumatize anybody, like any child, because they don't know what's going on. And it's a good thing that the child didn't try to touch the substance, because kids like to be investigative and they like to be into things, and good thing they didn't touch anything. They probably knew not to mess with it because they saw what it did to her. Look, I'm envisioning that right now. Her slumped over her desk while her kids in class. She did this while her kids were there. She didn't even do this while they were probably at lunch. Because usually at lunch, that's the only time you really have time away from the kids while school is going on. She did that while class was going on, and they actually saw her crush up the pills. And they said she was real bold, if anything, to do that in front of in front of the class. That's the bold part of it all. Now, I don't know what her punishment is going to be, but now is her punishment, if the so-called justice system went the right way, would be more bigger and more intense because she didn't show up for her court date. Not just on her snorting cocaine in class, but for not appearing before the judge when she was supposed to. I don't know. That's wild. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll leave the link to everything in the article, my email, PayPal, and Patreon in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.